It's time for Fast Five, baby.
Fast Five.
True or false? The New Orleans Saints will win the NFC South this season.
I'm going with true. Look, I know typically in the NFC South you don't have teams repeat back-to-back years, but the Saints have more depth than anyone else in the division. Carolina's going to take a step back to reality this year. Atlanta's the tough competition. I hate to admit it. Saints are winning the NFC South. Jay, mark it down.
I'm going to say false, and the only reason I'm saying false is because he said true, and I have to say false. But I'll make the case for the Atlanta Falcons. You know, Matty Ice kind of took a step back last year. He's still a very, very good quarterback. Julio Jones is a happy guy because he got paid. They've got a good running game. Falcons are going to be tough. I'm saying false.
Battle round. Will the Saints represent the NFC in Super Bowl 53?
Boy, you know, you're looking for bold predictions. Why the hell not, Jay? Yeah, because they might have the most depth of any team in the league. You have some injuries up front, you're done. It goes without saying, you got to stay healthy. Typically, when the Saints have had real Super Bowl aspirations going into a season, they haven't done that well. It's a whole new ball game, baby. Yes, they will.
No, they won't, for the reasons that I just stated above, and I don't need a whole lot of time to say that.
Donkey round in 7 seconds or less. What was the most impressive part of the Louisiana Raging Cajuns win over Grambling?
I'll say conditioning. I mean, they came out, and by the end of first quarter, Grambling looked tired. The Cajuns didn't.
How come you go first every time? Offensive efficiency. Number one, number two, and number three.
I was supposed to go on number two. That was my fault.
Donkey round in 7 seconds or less. What was the most impressive part of LSU's win over Miami?
I think the defensive performance. Now, I expected LSU's defense would be good, but man, they were really good.
I was impressed with the offensive line because my expectation for them was low, and they handled a very good Miami unit. Props to them.
It's time for the winner and loser of the week in sports.
The winner of the week, Scott's letting me go first because he messed up this entire thing this week.
First on number 4.
It's quite all right. My big W this week goes to Tim Rebowe and the Nicholls State Colonels. The Colonels go up to Lawrence, Kansas, and they take care of the Kansas Jayhawks. Now, we know Kansas is not good, but when you can go to a Power 5 school, win, and take their money for the win, that's a win. And so Tim and the Colonels, 26 seniors, they're the winners of the week this week.
$450,000 check Kansas wrote to him for that. Way to go, Coach Rebowe. Loser of the week. How about Saints running backs? At the time of recording this, they have 2 on the roster. Mark Ingram technically not on the roster as he's suspended. The Saints, every single player that they brought in, either in the draft or free agency, to potentially replace Mark Ingram for the first 4 games of the season, they've cut or waived, said see ya, bye-bye. They're not too happy about it right now. Got to get that shored up this season. They're going to miss Mark Ingram weeks 1 through 4, and that will do it for Fast Five. Who dat, Jay? Give it to me.
Who dat?
Who dat?
Who dat?